Okay, guys, good morning. I'm Mr. Johnny. I'm very glad to hear you, some of you, and to be with you again. All right, so this is my presentation. I'm going to do this very quick. Very quickly, let's see. Today is Thursday, May 28th, 2020. So reading ninth grade class, and this is our locus, right? So please chat, write in the chat if you can see this presentation. Just to know about this. All right, so good. Okay, guys, so the first word that appeared in our reading, it was witnessed. Well, in that case, witness is a verb, and also it could be an adjective that describes a people, or a person. In this case, what is witness? Witness means person giving evidence. So this is important because we need to know the context. Sometimes in English, the words change the meaning. So we need to be very sure about what we are talking about. Okay, so I wrote for you an example. Rose witnessed the crime being committed. So in this case, Rose witnessed, or she saw all the evidence, right? As you know. And another slide I want to share with you is that one. The pronunciation is done, right? It's not done, it's done. What does that mean? Earliest time of day. So in this case, imagine today it's around, or right now it's around 6 a.m. or 5 a.m. So, you know, the sun is about to appear in our country. So imagine this example. Helen watched the dawn as she drank her morning coffee. So she woke up very early, right? Okay. So another one. Holy, you know, it's an adjective that describes God, but in this case, it could be sacred or pious. I found another word, which is pious. It's the same as sacred, okay? It's something holy. For example, the Holy Bible. In this case, I wrote an example. The pastor always the pastor always reads the Holy Bible. So it gives us an idea that he's continuously reading his Bible. Okay. So let me see. Another one. Disaster. So this means catastrophe or bad situation. As you can see in the picture, we can find many ways to describe a disaster. But in this case, it's nothing on this project. This is the sentence. Nothing on this project is going according to plan. It's a disaster. Okay. So let me see. The other one is inevitable. I'm sorry, inevitable. Inevitable is the pronunciation. So certain to happen. The weather is causing inevitable delays. So it's something that we cannot prevent, right? So it's something that is going to happen in one day or some days in the future. All right, let me see another one. Thank you. is this one, monitor. Monitor, it's a word that it could be a noun and also a verb. In this case, computer display or a person who observes. In this case, you can do it, you can use it as both of them. In this example, he monitored the patient's status overnight. So imagine he's observing how the situation is. So another example, expand or expanding. You can find this word in the reading like expanding, right? So that means grow or enlarge. So the example is the yeast makes the bread expand. The yeast is it's an instrument or an ingredient that a lot of people cook or chef uh, uses. A lot of people use this ingredient to make the bread expand. By the way, the bread is very delicious. All right. So displace, this means person or exile. So in this case, imagine the famine has displaced entire villages. So in this case, nowadays we can see a lot of people who don't have food. So this means famine. The people have or people are hungry, but they don't have food. So abandoning in this case, place, leave, that means place or leave, neglect, person. It could be also a pet, dog, cat, parrot, etc. Or someone who lives forever. The family abandoned their house and fled the country. So I used another picture to describe it. Okay, ancestors, and you know this. So I'm going to hurry up because we don't have much time. So this presentation, you are going to receive it, okay? So you can see then the other words that we can find. Well, that was the last one. Okay, guys. So now I just want to share with you one of the book. So let me see. Okay. So it's this one. So right now we are on page 62. We need to complete the reading comprehension. Okay, does everybody see the screen, the book? Yes, okay, we are on page right now 62. Please open your books on page 62. We are going to continue, or we are going to complete this exercise together, please. So in this case, I need you to, well, in this case, you cannot speak because I haven't given you the option right now, but you can chat, you can write in the chat, okay? So be careful, pay attention in order to, if any case or whenever I pronounce your name, please. Okay, so the first question. So this is the other page, wait. Okay. This doesn't loud. Let me see. Okay, now we are here. Okay, we got there. So now, guys, please, I'm going to help you. I'm going to be helping you with the first three ones, okay? For example, here it says multiple choice, right? Choose the best answer for each question. What is the third paragraph starting line 18 mainly about? So in this case, you have your books. You can see that it's the line 18 to find the best answer. Okay, the reading comprehension.
Max Rodriguez.
Okay, so just going to mute you all, just not to have interference. So number one says, how Mount Fuji became an important religious. What is the best answer? So in this case, is letter C. Please underline or circle letter C. We are talking about page 62, right? The number one, letter C, is the correct. Okay, now, number two, which of these statements about Mount Fuji is not true? B? Actually, let me see. We're talking about, are you sure, Joshua, Sarah? Yes, Sarah is right, it's letter C, because we are talking about specifically here in line 36. So it's letter C. Number two is letter C, okay. It has erupted recently. That is the answer. Okay, I just want to use the pencil here. So in this case, it's letter C, number two. And for number one, was letter C as well. Just to give you an example. Okay, for number three, in line 75, the word symptoms could be replaced with what? Which word? Okay, Henry says letter B. Letter B, Abigail, letter A, letter C, let's see. Yeah, it's letter B. We can replace that word like signs. Why? Because remember, in the reading, we are talking about, in this case, about Mount Fuji. So some searches or some scientists, they are studying about this. So in this case, the best word, the suitable word that we can use is signs. We are talking about the symptoms. Okay, guys, I just want to hurry up. Oh, I need to erase this because we can see it so well. So now, letter number 4. What is the best answer? Please, let's see. Okay, Melissa says it's letter C. In number 4, we are talking about scientists can date the last great eruption of El Popo. Yeah, it's letter C. Congratulations, Melissa. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's letter C, Sebastian, Ximena, very nice. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm not going to use the pencil because I need to erase later. But in this case, number 4 is letter C. So now, letter number 5. Please, someone can help me here. What is the best answer? Let me scroll down. Okay, number 5. What was the reason for evacuation for El Popo, from El Popo in 2000? Okay, some guys say letter B and C. What's the best? In this case, guys, it's about line 65 and 62 specifically. Yeah, it's letter A. Demian is letter A. Yes, Abigail says letter A. So number 5 is letter A. They have both erupted recently. No, Joshua, it's not letter C. It's letter A. Number 6. Number 6, remember, is letter A. Okay. Let me scroll down one more time. So, number 6, I'm sorry. Which statement is true about both Mount Fuji and El Popo? What do you guys think? Number 6? Yeah, it's letter C, guys. Thank you a lot. It's letter C. Number 6 is letter C. Locals presents gift to both volcanoes of protection. Because remember, in these places, a lot of people live there or live near. So they have some traditions, in order to prevent these things, and they usually they learn from their ancestors to appease the volcano. So this means they give presents, they give gifts in order to calm the volcano when the volcanoes are about to erupt. Okay, and the number 7, let me see the chat. Some people say letter C or D. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's letter D. Right now we are talking about that. Starting from line 18 is letter D, number 7. Okay, guys. So let me see next page. Okay, now I just want to take this time to speak about the reading skill. As you know, or so you can see the pages, those pages, reading skill, it's about being an active reader. What does that mean? Well, actually, our book give us some instructions, some recommendations, and some definitions as well, and examples too. Active readers are fully engaged with the text. So this means you make a connection, right? In simple words, you are very familiar, but in some cases you can find some words that are unfamiliar for you. So in here, the book gives us some tips in order to follow them. For example, when you are an active reader, you need to be very sure about what the title is about, what the title is talking about. So you can see the subtitles, sometimes the main topic, you can see the headings, and also some pictures. This can help us to recognize what the story is about. It's kind of similar with the scanning skill, because you can see the information, or the most important information about the reading. Okay, so another tip that you can include here is circle any unfamiliar vocabulary. So in this case, we can find always, we can find in every lecture, every reading, new vocabulary. So in this case, you need to look up them. you can see the dictionary, you can search through the internet to get a better idea and things like that. And also, number 3 says, identify what each paragraph says. It's the main idea. Here is talking about the main idea, or what's the purpose, what's the big or the main purpose about the reading. So you can connect ideas, you can notice words like however, importantly, finally. These expressions always has a distinction about the reading and give us more ideas about what the reading is about, okay? So number 5, write any questions you have about the text. So this could be an extra. And just to hurry up, summarize the text. This is important. Why? Because if you are an active reader, if you like reading, you are accustomed to reading, right? So in this will not give you problems or any issues. Why? Because you are familiar with every reading. So you can include these tips in order to learn and to put into practice. Okay, now let's apply this information. We are on page 63. Right now, page 63. Now, says here, applying. This is a practice. So for in this case, I need your help. Please, let me see. The instruction says, what you have to do is use these tips above as you read this text, then discuss the questions. So we don't have much time, you know, for this application, but we are going to save that time. For example, in paragraph number 1, what we can see. Melissa wants to read. I will give you the option to read or the permission to read, but in this case, I just want to say to you, Melissa, that I'm sorry for the time, just because the time. If not, I will have given you the time, okay, to read this paragraph. I know. So, but help me, Melissa. In paragraph number 1, what is the main idea? As you know, the topic is living near a volcano. So what is the main idea in this paragraph? I'm talking about this paragraph. What's the main idea? You can read through the screen or you can read in your book. Let me see. Okay. So okay, no problem. I will give you 30 seconds or 40 seconds. We need to save the time because you know, this application doesn't give us a lot of time. So, okay, all right, let me see. It's talking about how many people are living near active volcanoes. Yes, actually it is. Demian says it talks about the active volcanoes. We're talking about paragraph number 1. So in this case, remember the tips. Remember the tips that we read. You can see the headings and just to have an idea. And then we can summarize all of them. People living in dangerous areas. Okay, so yeah, more people are living in dangerous areas in this case. So why? Because in this case, they are talking about how people are facing these situations, these catastrophes, you know, in an eruption. So it's very dangerous. It's so dangerous when people are living near from these volcanoes. Okay, so let me erase this and scroll down a little bit. Okay, we're going to skip the paragraph number 2. So I just need your help for paragraph number 3. For example, this one. So in this case, please help me. What's the main idea about? Or what is the main idea? You can see it. It may seem strange to think of defending a town against a volcanic eruption, but the project already boasts several successes. Let's see. You ask me? No, Melissa, don't worry. It's for anyone, for any who wants to participate. Sarah says how some people were saved in 1992. Let me see. It could be, yeah. For example, during 1992 eruption of Mount Etna in Sicily, a lava flow was threatening. Yeah, it could be. So in this case, remember, here we have some words. You can use those words to distinguish some events. For example, here it's talking about eruption, volcanic eruption. Yes, in this case, volcanic eruption repeats again. The word eruption repeats again. Exactly. It's talking about how people were saved in this date, in this year, I mean, in 1992. Yeah, that's the main idea about how people were saved during this catastrophe. Thank you, guys. Okay, just a little bit. It talks about how prevention, how help. Yes, it could be as well. In this case, some answers can vary. So, this means other people will have this main idea and others will have this one or that one, etc. But be careful. Why? Because you need to be very sure about what are the words that are repeated constantly. For example, eruption, this is another key, right? This talks about being an active reader. Okay. So, and finally, we need to answer the next page. So is this vocabulary practice. So guys, please help me to complete this very quick. For example, right now we are on page 63. Sorry, 64. Remember, is the last one. Page 64. So what is the best answer for number 1? Many legend stories passed down from. What's the best answer for this? We are on page 64, remember. Let me see the chat. Yeah, it's ancestors. Remember, what are ancestors or what ancestors are? So in this case are predecessors, you know, native people. But in this case, native people, I'm talking about your grandparents and people who lived before you or people who were born before you. Exactly. Number 2. So who fell in love but with? What's the best answer? Some of you said disastrous, I mean, that is an adjective, disastrous. It's qualifying the word. Yeah, it's disastrous. Exactly. Number 2 is disastrous. Thank you, guys. Just to continue reading. I'm here, right now I'm here. Number 3. So what's the best answer? Her father, that Popocatli, I don't know what's the pronunciation. It's kind of difficult because these names are native. Oh, so they belong to tribes, you know, some Indian people. So some people say abandon. Let me check it out. Yeah, it's abandon. Why? Because in this case, it refers that some people have been discriminated or they have found that dead and they need to live or to survive. Okay, let me see. Let me scroll down. Number 4, what's the best answer? Yeah, it's down. Number 4 is down. Yeah, number 4 is down. And number 5, someone who wants to help me? Yeah, it's holy. Number 5 is holy. Exactly, guys. Thank you so much and congratulations. Let me see. If we don't finish this, I will give you the answers. I will be helping you, okay? Okay, so number 1. Someone who wants to help me, very quick. Number 3, let me see. Number 3 was abandon. Okay, right now we are in part letter B or part B. We are talking here in the second part. So the number 1 says, or the answer is witnessed. Exactly, is witnessed. Yeah, number 2, I'm doing this very quickly, okay? So number 2 is displaced. Yeah, exactly. In past, yes, in past, always in past, Melissa. Yeah. And number 3 is expands. In that case, it's talking about the verb. You have to add the S, expands, okay? And number 4 here is monitored in past. The verb in past, monitored, is regular. And number 5, sorry. Number 4 was monitor, yes, and number 5 is inevitable. So is this word. And the last one, number 6, is disaster. Again, is repeated. Inevitable, yes. Number 5 is inevitable and number 6 is disaster. Okay, guys, I think the time is about to finish. So I just want to give you one more thing about the presentation that I made. Let me see about this. Let me scroll down onto the bottom. And please, just to receive more information, subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Okay, you will be receiving more information about my classes, my different topics, my different scenarios, and classes about reading and other subjects. So guys, it's been a pleasure to be with you. I hope you have enjoyed this class and I hope you have learned as well this class. So it's about to finish. The time is about to finish. Okay, thank you guys. Demian, goodbye. Thank you. Remember, I will be sharing this information in case some of you were not here, just to pass this information to them and in order to help you. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm just going to say goodbye through the screen. I suppose everybody can see me. Okay, so guys, it's been a pleasure to be with you. God bless you a lot. And Remember, keep praying for this situation because it's important. And God be with you. Okay. God bless you guys. I miss you all. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you guys. See you.